Hi, this is Chad and showing a quick video of our backyard chicken coop. You can see we have some chickens already active. You can hear them. But I remember looking all over YouTube for videos of how to do it, what to make, the mistakes people have made and the accomplishments. So I'm just going to actually walk through this one. It's in our backyard. You can see we have a regular patio size door here. We use this because we have to go in there to feed as well as clean out, but each post is put into the ground with concrete, goes all the way up, and then of course we have runners that go all the way through. There's 5 posts for each side, and then you'll want to put this in there because if you just have the chicken wire by itself, it'll start to bow out. You can even see on the side here. So if the middle runner's there, that keeps it nice and taut. We anchored it through. We just made it really secure just because you don't want predators coming in at night or even when you're not around. We live out in the country. I mean, it's just wide open, so anybody or any animal can get in here. So we went all the way to the top. We overlapped it and then brought it down and wrapped it around the side. Went all the way to the bottom. We even dug a little trench so it goes into the ground. There's the back side. I'll take you inside here. See if we can get this one bird to not be so loud. Hey buddy, come on. At first we just had, it was open air. All right, go ahead. We just had open air and we only had this portion here covering. We wanted the sun to come in, and then we hog tied it with hog pliers and some wraps there. That way no animal could go in and then work its way through. There's just no clearance to get in there. But we realized that even though it's open air, there was too much rain coming in and it made the ground just terrible. At first we only had just the grass that was here. Of course the grass will last for maybe 2 weeks, and then it turns to mud, water, and then the animals do what they do. So we put down probably 2 inches of ag lime, and that made a nice base for the birds as well as for the smell, because if you don't take care of it, the smell will be too much, and especially if the rain. So that's why we put this tin roof on there, and we just angled it. We're kind of on a hill anyways, but to compensate, just in case we didn't have so much of an angle, we put some spacer boards up on top, one on top of each other, and then it runs down and then it just comes off. We didn't put any gutters on there, but we eventually may have to. Runs off on down the hill. Just today we put on some gravel essentially. We're just coming out of the spring, and the ag lime, because there was no base to begin with, the ag lime kind of seeped into the dirt, and then the smell was coming back. So then we laid this down. You can see we'll need to put in right in the walk path. This is where the kids come by and they walk through. We'll need to put some gravel down there as well, just because you can't grow grass there and you don't want the kids' shoes to get muddy. This is essentially our feeders. We have 4 of these, 1 on each post there, and all it is, basically you're going to Home Depot and you're putting in an angled spout with a base. I found this on another YouTube video. I'm not sure which one it is. All the way up, and then you just top it off there. Birds like this, we use the poultry feed, the pellets, not the crumbles. because they will see, a lot of times you'll see on the ground, they'll just dump it out, and it's easier for them to find it if they can see it. So the crumbles are just too much of a crumble. And then the water, we used to bring out water all the time, and that was a monotonous chore. So there's another YouTube video, real nice. He did a sharp job. I think it's called the best darn chicken water or something like that. And he kind of runs through exact dimensions. That's just homemade stuff from Home Depot. Chicken nipples, and then we'll put some heaters in there. I'll take you outside to show you how we fill it from the outside. So essentially you don't have to come into the coop at all, unless you really want to. This is the main door that you use. Well, this is the door where, you know, you can swing it down at night and then lock it, but we don't, just because there's no way to get in here but us. And then there's the main door here that we do keep locked shut. I just put another hay bale in there, so I need to spread it out. It looks like there's a lot of hay, but these girls will really push it down. Let me get a better shot here. They're a bit spooked right now after us slinging all this gravel. Well, you can't see because they're in the way, but there's two different levels. There's the top level that this guy's on, laying boxes here, and then laying boxes underneath. We'll walk around to show you how those look. Man, we put anything in here. Ladders, they'll just hang out on a ladder. Chairs, just chickens. I call them chicken stumps. This is the walking path that we'll have to have gravel put on. This is our dog Champ. He loves the birds. He won't do anything to them. He just likes to smell them. This here is the waterer. You can see it from the other side. We just take the garden hose and then just fill it up once a day. This is the back side of the coop itself. The Taj Mahal of chicken coops. Rain comes off the side or the top there all the way to the ground. Then we have a spring-loaded, you can see on both sides. We don't really latch that side, we just latch this side. Pull it up with the handle, and inside makes it real convenient to grab the eggs. They'll lay, you know, throughout the day. So we just have the kids come out, and usually one time a day. This is what I was talking about, the upper and the lower. They usually, for some reason, they just like the lower ones. And they'll stay in here. Sometimes the dog will come and say, hey. But they'll come in here. Sometimes they'll lay one and get off. Other times you'll have a bird sitting on, like he's sitting on 3 eggs right there. But we had them ever since they were probably a week or 2 weeks old. Watch out, bud. Watch your foot. Perfect. Ever since they were a week or 2 weeks old, and we put them in here. Once they were old enough, we kept them in the basement under a heat lamp, and they learned how to get their own water on their own. They learned how to feed themselves on their own, and they hang out together. So this is a chicken coop for the backyard. We have 24 birds. No, we did lose 2 when they were young ones. We had 22 birds. We have 22 birds, and they lay, I'd say we get about 20 to 18 eggs a day. So they do produce. You just have to feed them, water them. Table scraps, of course. Never throw anything away, because they will eat. I've learned they're like pigs. They'll eat anything. So enjoy your backyard chicken coop. It's a good way for your kids to learn not only ag, but also how to make some money on the side and to invest. All right, we'll see you.